Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Monday evening and this evening we are talking quality. And the reason we're doing that is a couple of things that happened to me today. And one of the first ones actually started last week. At my new job, they prefer that we don't mix the personal with business. So don't look up your personal stuff on the business computer. Your phone's off unless you need it. In saying that, they understand that because I could get a phone call from the care home that my phone is on, but unless it's the care home, we just ignore it. So that's the first time in a few years that I've not had that. Normally at my old work, I would have my phone sitting beside me and answer texts, deal with whatever was getting done. So this has been quite different to be switched off from my phone. And although I noticed it, I didn't really think too much about it until I saw a headline in one of the newspapers today saying, since I switched my phone off, I've read so many books. Okay, I read the books anyway, but hey ho. And I thought, well, actually, yeah, because where a lot of people will sit with their phones at night, I normally have my laptop. So if I have my laptop, that means I'm not crocheting, I'm not reading, so for when they're saying I put down my phone, for me, I can read laptop a lot of the time because a lot of people don't have laptops anymore, they just use their phone. And I was like, okay, I get that now. And yes, even in this last week, I have noticed that my phone hasn't become as attached to me. Like if I'm taking stuff outside or if I'm going upstairs to put away the washing, I don't take my phone with me, whereas I used to take my phone. So that has to be a positive, certainly for my quality of life, in that I'm not as attached to my phone. I'm not waiting on or reacting to whatever is happening on that. And it's not something that I noticed a big difference with until I read that headline and sort of added up all the little bits. So that was the first thing. The second thing was today, when I was sorting out my lunch. And I had my lovely home boiled ham, sliced tomatoes, and I'd buttered one slice of bread and I'd just taken it out the freezer. So I buttered one slice of bread, put the other one on top, because I can't make a ham and tomato sandwich because it'll be soggy. So it has to come to work in bits. So I went to work and, did my thing and got to lunch break. So I'm sitting there with my little bento box making up my sandwich. And I was like, this bread's different. And I never thought about it very much. I never thought about it before lunchtime. That the only time normally I eat bread is toasted out of the freezer. Or even if it's not out the freezer, I have toast in the morning. That's about the only time I eat bread. But because I'm waiting on the shopping coming tomorrow night for the lunches through the rest of the week, I was like, I'll just have a ham sandwich. It's not that big a deal. Ladies and gentlemen, may I just tell you that the bread that I got, which, as I do, I buy the cheapest that's reduced in the freezer, toasted, done. We are never getting that again for sandwiches. I mean, just no. That was awful. That really was. There was no pleasure in that sandwich at all. And for the 50 pence it saved me, I am buying proper bread. In fact, might even be going to steal Patrick's bread maker. Because, no. And when I came in tonight, I saw that Kathleen had the bread, because it had moved from where I left it on the surface this morning. I was like, what do you think of that bread? And she's like, no, horrible, don't like it. It's like, yeah, okay, so that's both of us. And I thought, I wonder how many people have done that. And where does it make a difference for you? Because obviously there's some things, as I said before, we used to only buy Heinz tomato ketchup. We have now taken that down a notch. We don't care what tomato ketchup it is because normally it's just for flavouring. Bread never used to be a thing. But then, as I say, I very seldom, even at the weekend, if I was having a bacon sandwich, it would be toasted with the butter melted into the toasted bread. So I very seldom bothered about what the texture of the bread was like when it was normal. Yeah, never, ever getting that bread again. Never getting the... basically, it's the cheapest of the cheap from one of the cheap supermarkets. And we're not getting it again. We're just not. I would rather pay the extra to get proper bread. And I'm going to steal Patrick's bread maker and see how that works. And if that is easy enough, because his, I'm pretty sure, has a timer, then I will be stealing that and we will be having proper homemade bread. Because, no, that was awful. So we're not having a sandwich as planned for tomorrow's lunches. No. I still have some rice. So I will be getting some chunks of ham out of the freezer and I will be doing like a ham fried rice type thing. Rice salad, you know, ham, sweet corn, tomato, stirred through the rice with soy sauce or something like that. Words to that effect. So that's what I'm going to be having for lunch tomorrow because I'm not having that bread. I'll have it in toast in the morning. I am absolutely not having it as a sandwich. I draw the line. I am making a stand. You know, there is being frugal, but I don't need to be that frugal. That 50 pence or 70 pence more in a week is not going to be that big a difference for me. That's one of the reasons I'm back full time. So no, we will be having proper bread the next time. So yeah, that's been my day so far. So I hope you've had a good Monday. I hope everyone's getting through everything that's happening around the world. I am going to go now and take the ham out of the freezer for my lunch tomorrow. And I will catch you later.